Hi everybody, Aaron with AOP Tech. And today we're going to be answering a question that a lot of math teachers out there have sent me. They say, Aaron, I'm looking for a program that's going to be engaging for my students, that they're going to enjoy, and of course, above all, is going to be both free and teaches solid math concepts. And so today we're going to be exploring one of my personal favorite math programs out there, Prodigy. Here we are at prodigygame.com. And first thing I want to do is kind of walk you through some of the big picture stats. So we're looking at 50,000 schools are using Prodigy. On average, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to jump into some of they have two white papers on their website. Students saw an 11.5% increase on their standardized test scores. Over 20 million students are in Prodigy. We're talking 1,200 math skills. Did I mention it was free? Grades 1 through 8, Common Core aligned, STAR test aligned, research-based. 15,000 different school districts are using Prodigy. It is an adaptive game. So as students perform better, the questions become more difficult. As students struggle, the questions become a little easier. So every student is being challenged exactly where their needs are. The reports from the teacher or admin side are incredible. So you're going to get real-time feedback as to where your kids are struggling, where they're excelling, who's on it, how long they spend on there. And I just want to, before we dive into the platform, I want to show you two of these papers that Prodigy has. So the first one, this was STAR exams in 3rd grade. They went from 62.3% to 75.9%. And that was basically students playing it 10 minutes in part of their math class. The teachers actually use it as an incentive for the kids to arrive on time. As a teacher, I would use it in my classroom to introduce it and certainly use it as a reward, but then turn it into a homework or hey, as of this date, you need to spend 20 minutes on the site. So they saw some incredible results. Their advanced students went from 6.5% to 12.5%, so a huge advantage there. The next one, this was from an Ontario school, and they also saw, it said, an average of 11.5% increase. So really, it's proven the fact that this works, which I love. I like the fact that it's research-based. I like the fact that it's Common Core aligned. And I like the fact that it's free. So let's dive into Prodigy. Okay, so here I am on the teacher dashboard side. Now, I have a demo class already set up, but to certainly add my classes, I can just click on the plus sign and import directly from Google Classroom, which I love sites that do this because it makes it really easy. My kids don't have to come up with new passwords or logins. It's right there, and it makes it super simple. So when I jump in here, I have the ability on the left-hand side, I have my dashboard where I can run reports, see how people do, and I also have the planner. Now, the first time you're going to use Prodigy, Prodigy runs a benchmark, and that's based upon the grade level that you put the students in. It's going to do a benchmark test to align where the kids are, where they're struggling. So right off the bat, you as a teacher, if I did this in the beginning of the year, have a really great understanding of the needs of the students, where they're going to excel, where they're going to struggle. Once you've run that benchmark, what I would recommend doing is creating assignments. And it's really easy to do that. You click on the date. I'm going to say create. And I can align to standards. I can quiz them on certain skills. So here, let me align to a standard. And from here, I can select the dates that I would like that assignment. Now, I can adjust the date range for individual students or as a whole class. And the nice thing is I can also set the number of problems that I want the students to work on. So if I choose a particular skill, I can say, well, I want them to work 10 problems on that skill. Once they have mastered that skill, Prodigy will move them to the very next standard in that Common Core alignment. So I can build multiple level assignments. So once they go on one, I can tell it to go to the next one. From a student's perspective, and we're going to see this in a second, it doesn't really matter where they go in the game. They're going to be getting the math that I want them to get, which is really nice. So I've assigned a skill. Let's jump into the student side and take a look at what we see from there. Here I am in the student side. I logged in. And the first thing it's going to ask me is going to ask me what world I'd like to play in. Now, the beautiful thing is this gives the students, in a sense, a freedom of choice. But it doesn't matter as a teacher where they go, because I know that regardless of where they go, they're going to be getting the math skills that I have assigned them. Now, right from here, you can hear some of the music in the background. In fact, I'm going to mute that. So we have a world which looks very similar to a Pokemon Go or a Zelda or a Link. We have nice little arrow hands that are going to guide the students on where they should go. And oh, it looks like I ran into another player, and that's going to assign me a wizard battle. So this whole idea of leveling up and attacks and potions, and you can see my character has like I got a chest plate and a new magic wand. This type of gameplay is going to be very familiar to students. So from a teacher, I really don't have to teach them how to use this. This is something that I can pretty much send them to, and they're already going to know how to navigate it, just because it's very similar to all the other games that students are often already playing. I'm going to choose to do an attack and choose one of my spells. Now, here we are in the game side of it, and I want to point out a couple features. So the first one up here, we have the ability that this will actually read the question to the students. So for my students who are English language learners or are maybe struggling at reading, if you're using it at a first grade level,
a group of 5th grade students met.
You can have it read the question to the students. Over here on the right hand side of the page, I can grab a pen if I need to do scratch work. Over here, I can certainly do that. I also have manipulatives. So for example, coins. We have base blocks. There are also fractions. I love these a lot for fractions, so you can drag and align them, exactly. So if this is something that you've used in a physical sense, the students can continue to use these tools in their digital environment. And of course, there's also a calculator on the left-hand side here. So what is the total of the shortest toss and longest toss? So once I choose my answer, I can cast my spell. And as I get the questions correct, I can defeat the opponent. Now, I always want to try to see what's going to happen when I get a question wrong. So it's going to prompt me. And a lot of times it's going to give me a hint, which is very helpful. Once I close it, I can try again. I still got it wrong. So at this point, it's going to show me the answer. But now when I go back to the battle, my attack didn't work, and I lost some points here. I've been talking about this as a free game, and it is free. It's free for students, it's free for teachers. They do have a paid side that parents can pay for, and basically what that does is it unlocks some additional gear, and they have some toys. They also have potions and powers for the characters, but that is all kind of extra. You don't need any of that to play and enjoy the game and learn. And so this is nice that if kids are really into this game and mom or dad wants to pay for some of these features, they can, but at no point do they have to, which I really like that blend. And you notice because I have the free account, I didn't get those member stars. And when this box pops up, I just tell the kids, just click next, and they can go on about the game. So now what I want to do is, now that I played two, we can see the fact that I'm jumping back to the teacher side. We have, you can see the fact that I answered 4 questions at home. And from here I can even see exactly how long, how often. If I go into the reports, I can start to see, well, what area did they work on. So let's see here. And in fact, I even get to see a preview of the questions, which is really nice. And the reports are something that I really, really like. Even down to, you can see I've been playing this in different grade levels. You can see where I was struggling, where I excelled, how many questions I worked on. So reading, so I mastered this. So the report side of this is really, really great, and I think that really allows teachers to customize their instruction And then if I see a student struggling, I can target that student, giving them that type of questions to work on as they play. And the nice thing is the kids just, they love playing Prodigy. I think it's something that it makes the math fun. And a lot of times when I'm looking at game-based teaching tools, but I think Prodigy really hit the nail on the head when they came to balancing, engaging the kids and capturing them, but also giving them some really solid math skills that they can work on. And so this is something that I really like. I really appreciate you watching this video, and I also want to thank Prodigy. They are sponsoring our 2018 AOP Ed Camp, and so I certainly want to thank them for their support. Certainly, if you have feedback for me, if you have other game-based learning applications that you really love, tell us about them in the comments below. And definitely check out some of the videos over here on our YouTube channel. So Aaron for AOP Tech, thank you so very much. Have a great day.